I need everybody watching to pay attention to the screen right now because more than 72% of you are not subscribed to this channel, and I have no idea why. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on mobile notifications so you never miss an upload. I upload weekly horse racing content. Hopefully you guys will join the community, and let's get started with the
YouTube.
video.
What's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to another episode of Gallop Racer 3. If any of you guys are new, once again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure you have mobile notifications on, guys, so you never miss an upload on this channel. So we're getting right back into it. I'm recording this literally one day after I recorded the last episode, so I haven't checked the comments for that episode yet. Super Army, we're going to get back into shape with her. 10 to 13 furlongs, and let's see what we can do with her. G2 in Free Asia. Top 3 go to the Golden Oak, so we'll take that. For Courtney, she's approaching the end of her career, and she only costs $240 a week, so it's not like she's really putting a dent in our budget. Forever Beat only costs $110. Now Cosmo Gal obviously is costing us $770, and then Super Army, I forgot what she costs. I think she's quite a bit too. But Forever Beaten for Courtney, I think eventually we'll be able to remove these two fillies and make some room, save maybe about 300 to 400 points a week. But we'll get for Courtney into a race here. 7 to 10 furlongs on the turf. Let's race here. I'm still really enjoying this game. I know this is not like the other God Racer series, but this game is still enjoyable for me, not just for the nostalgia, but it's still a grind. Like I said, when I played this as a kid, I never got past like 3 seasons in this game. I would always eventually go bankrupt, and now that I have, obviously I'm much older. I'm basically 20 years older than I was when I first started playing this game. I mean, I have a whole newfound appreciation for it, and it's still a grind, obviously, as you can see. And I haven't even we're not even at the point yet, but we're dominating in this game like we have been in 2004, as far as that series is concerned. So we are the favorite with For Courtney here today. Like I said, statistically, she doesn't look great, but her actual running form in the races are much better. So let's see if we can get her a win here today. You got to start her spurt a little bit later as well. I am having some coffee, just FYI. Alright, you guys might be able to still hear the game volume in the background, which hopefully shouldn't be too big of a deal, as I'm playing with my my surround sound speakers here today, because I noticed the game volume wasn't really picking up that much, so I just kind of left this on, but it shouldn't be too bad. I hope not. If it is, I'll change it for the next episode, but audio and everything should be fixed. I think I got it mostly figured out. But like I said, this game is still a grind. I mean, I still haven't gotten to the point where I'm dominating G1s. Like I've just now got to the point where we have arguably 2 G1 horses for the first time really in this series, and we're like 5 years into this season. So we're gonna go ahead and what? Move! Are you kidding me? You're saying I'm that's annoying. I swear I was ahead of that horse. That is crap. That could have ruined our race, and that definitely ruined our race. Yeah, that's really annoying. This horse on the outside I was definitely ahead of, so that's so annoying. That is one thing about this game. The bumping is ridiculous. You have to have like such clearance. It's a joke. Oh man, we definitely could have won that race. Pace was good. Everything. We certainly could have won that race. That's a real bummer, because yeah, I mean, I was ahead of that horse, and the game was like, no, you're not ahead of this horse, and yeah, it is what it is. Whatever. It's disappointing because we're the favorite with For Courtney, so I wanted to see if we could get her a win, and yeah, we kind of get screwed out of that one. Anyways, on to the next one. Super Army should be the favorite here with her. Like I said, she's a G1 caliber horse. Conditions are yielding here today. 2 favorites, actually. Us and the 10 horse All Cosmos. Let's go ahead and take a look at that 10 horse. And again, the reason why I don't go through post parades in certain games is because they take too long just to go between each horse. So this is the other favorite, All Cosmos. We'll have to watch out for that filly as well. But yeah, this game, I just wanted to see, once I get to the point where I think I'm dominating easily in the G1s, it's probably when I would hang it up. Like I said, we're not even there yet. We're just now at the point where we have 2 G1 horses. So we still have a long tenure in this game. Like I said, in the Gallop Racer 2004 series, we're like in what, year 18, year 19 in that season mode. Here, like I said, we're only on year, I think, 5 or 6 at the highest. I think this is year 5. So still got a long way to go here. Still a long way to go. So I'll make sure I monitor. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm used to using that for the camera angles in the other games. Oh man, that could have sapped a little bit of extra energy out of Super Army, which I did not want. I think, yeah, this is the camera angles. I always forget. It's different for each game. It's the only problem with going back and forth between so many Gallop Racer games. I do still forget the controls. Alright, now we're not going to start yet because, like I said, we want to let these horses tire out, but we need a gap. Okay, we need to go now. I need a gap. But there's nothing happening. Oh, this is bad. I need a gap. I need to bump this horse. Okay, I needed to bump that horse because there was I wasn't going to be able to get through. We never do that realistically in any legitimate race, but this game is this game, and I think we just got up there at the line to win. Pretty sure. Yeah, we just got there. G2 win for Super Army. Not a clean one. I definitely should have probably moved a little bit more to the outside. But we'll take it. We get a win. It's a G2 win for Super Army. She is looking good and promising for her future. So, yeah. But like I said, not the most... Like, I would never do that. But this game is still a game at the end of the day. 5,200 points. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why I at least need G2 horses. Because that amount of winnings helps. And we can actually stay positive. So that's why I need Cosmo Gal. She continues to get better and better and better. 3 for 6 essentially lifetime starts. Turf rating is 92. Yeah, I cannot wait to use her and Super Army for breeding. So we're going to have to find some really solid colts. Some really underrated colts, I should say. What I do in this game, which is probably what most people don't do, I look for horses. We can run her in the Young Mile Cup. I think that'd be perfect. I look for horses that aren't as expensive. Now, granted, I know some of the greatest horses are extremely are well worth it, but I don't, until I can win consistently to get to a point where I can buy them, I need horses that I can start winning with first. So what I'm doing is looking for horses that are relatively cheap in the shop, but still some gems. Courtly Lark, obviously a great horse, but 156,000. Nowhere close to that. Instead, what I would do is find a really good bargain horse, maybe like Stern Carroll. Granted, Stern Carroll gets better as he gets older. I do remember that because I think I had him before when I played years ago. His price isn't bad. This is the type of horse I would get. Only costs 15,000 basically, and can use him. And we'll continue to be able to create better Gallop Racer original horses, G1 caliber horses, where we can win G2s and G1s and then use that money to eventually get the better horses. So we got to start somewhere. Saving up just to get that, tier 1 G1 horse in this game is just not a realistic strategy. It's just going to take too long to do that. It's going to take way too long. So like I said, my strategy is to find those underrated horses that don't cost as much, but are still good enough to produce a G2 or a G1 caliber horse, and use those Gallop Racer original horses that I have to create, the future G1 champion. So Forever Beat, she's ready to go again, and we'll see what we can do with her. 7 to 10 furlongs on the turf. G3, not really feeling it. We can run it in open. I think we'll play it safe with her. For Courtney will be ready to go again. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves with her, but I believe we are in the Young Mile Cup for Cosmo Gal. And we are. We'll go through the post parade here. And we are the favorite here with Cosmo Gal. Can we get her another G1 win to put her on pace for Horse of the Year? So we're on the 9 Cosmo Gal. Let's go ahead and look at the 10 horse, who is Formal Ball, ridden by Marion, 3-year-old colt. Well, they're all 3-year-olds here. The 11 is Ardent Knight, ridden by Perry. Here's a look at the 12 horse, Spy Imposter, ridden by Seals. Nice looking gray there, but a long shot today. Here's the 1 horse, Blues Bird, ridden by Wayne. Here's the 2 horse, Even Price, ridden by Pond. Here's the 3, Cool Earth, ridden by McCoy. We'll go over to the 4 horse, King Ben, ridden by Arlen. Here's a look at the 5 horse, Gulf Express, ridden by Erickson. The blinkers on. Look at the 6, Eternal Act, ridden by Henderson. Big long shot here today. Here's the 7, Alien Family, excuse me, ridden by Word. The 8 horse is Bold to Death, ridden by Warren. Has a chance here, this filly, but we're on the 9 Cosmo Gallop. See if we can get her another G1 win and get her on pace for Filly of the Year and potentially Horse of the Year. I have not gotten a Horse of the Year. I've gotten different awards, but I still haven't gotten a Horse of the Year award in this game yet. So Cosmo Gal, our original, she's on pace for that. All right, let's make this happen. Here we go. Great start. Cosmo Gal gets out and want her out into the front to establish pretty decent position. Did we bump? We did bump that horse accidentally. It's okay. She'll settle back down. Hopefully. We're bumping horses again. What is happening? I didn't even bump that horse just now. She's not in the blue. Now she's in the blue. Okay. Gotta be careful in this game. I really do, man. You think you have space and you really don't. But we're in the blue right now. That may have taken a little bit of her stamina out, but we should be okay. Fast pace 46 and 5 at the half. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna bide our time. We're gonna wait. We're gonna let these horses gas themselves out. Now we're gonna get going. Now we're gonna roll with Cosmo Gal as the favorite. We should have plenty to run these horses down in the stretch. Here we go with Cosmo Gal to win the Young Mile Cup. We got some resistance there on the inside, but Cosmo Gal is gonna fly right on by. Another win, another G1 win for this filly. She is looking amazing. Finally, we have an original horse that is G1 ready. Second G1 win for Cosmo Gal. Let's go. Let's go. It's a great feeling. We finally, another G1. Woohoo! I love that. That sounded like Toad from Mario Kart, did it not? Oh, man. That's a great feeling. That is a great, great feeling. Way to go, Cosmo Gal. Way to go. Way to go with Cosmo Gal. 134 flat with the fast pace. Let's go ahead and watch that replay back. Despite bumping those horses earlier on, we settled her back down quickly and she rolled on. Cosmo Gal gets another G1 win. This filly, it's a great feeling finally, because like I said, in this game, it's such a grind, especially with the fact that you can go bankrupt. That is what I like about this game, that added element of being able to go bankrupt and essentially ending your season if you're not winning. It creates a different challenge, you know? It creates a different difficulty than the other Gallop Racer games obviously have. But obviously, we know in Gallop Racer 2001 you can also essentially go bankrupt. But this is the first Gallop Racer game in the series. It still makes it challenging, and I love that aspect. And like I said, finally having a G1 horse. And as you can see, I told you, gotta start my spurts later because the AI will get going. You let them gas themselves out, and as long as you got a horse with some decent speed figures, you're gonna be able to run them down in the stretch as long as you got space. And look at Cosmo Gal, absolutely flying past the field. Didn't really have to go on the whip too much. Looking over just to make sure we got it clear. Win by about 2 or 3, at least maybe about a length and a half to 2 lengths. What a win for Cosmo Gal. And like I said, she is on pace for Filly of the Year for sure and Horse of the Year. Yeah, we get that by about a length and a half. Win for Cosmo Gal. So yeah, we'll take it. We will take it. Starting our spurts later, that's definitely the key for us. 9,200 points, that's what I'm talking about. We get 9,200 points for her win, and then who else? Super Army got that G2 win for what? Close to 5,000, so we almost basically got 14,000 points in the last 2 weeks. And we lose 1630, but that's not a big deal when you can get those G2 and G1 wins. That is my focus in this game. So she is 4 for 7. She is going to be awesome. She is going to be an awesome broodmare to breed. I cannot absolutely wait. You see her price, 43,000. She's already gotten 25,000 in purse. She is going to be awesome to breed. Well, let's check out Super Army because she is going to be good as well. Yeah, she's going to be good too. 25,000 is her price. Her cost is 510, so she's not as good as a Cosmo Gal, but using both of these two fillies for breeding is going to be amazing. We'll be able to produce more G1 caliber horses And like I said, we're just going to have to find some colts, some really good colts for her. So before Courtney's ready to roll again, let's get her in a race. And let's get her back in an open. 9 furlongs. And let's make sure we run this right, because I want to try to get another win with for Courtney. Let's make sure I save right quick. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, that's a great feeling. Great feeling. Alright, Forever Beats, not the favorite, but second favorite. So we have a chance here with Forever Beats here today. Yeah, I really don't know what I got her in for. Well, for Courtney's an original horse, but Forever Beat, I don't know what I got her for. I need to look at her stats. I don't think there's anything too impressive about her. I wonder if I just got her just because I just wanted another horse or some. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Alright, so good start. You gotta be careful. I almost bumped that horse. Remember, I gotta make sure I have like a clear heading, because when I think I'm in the clear, I'm really not. I've learned. So I gotta double check that I am officially in the clear. So she's green right now. We need to get her blue, and now she's blue. Alright, so this would be pretty good positioning here. We're on the outside, and I'm gonna keep this positioning. This is perfect. This is ideally where I want her. You run her a little bit on the outside. We have our space. We'll wait till these horses gas themselves out. I forgot who the favorite was. We'll have to watch out for the favorite. But even if I get started a little bit later than the favorite, I think I have a chance. Definitely think I have a chance. So we're going to move outside just a little bit more, because I want to make sure I have all the space in the world. So they're getting going right now, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not worried. Now we're good to going. 2 furlongs to go. 2 furlongs to go for Forever Beat. Let's see if we can run them down here. And we're making it happen. Are we going to get up there in time, though? We're going to get up there in time for Forever Beat. And we're going to get 3rd, 4th. That was a tough race. That was much tougher. That was a much more competitive field than it looks like on paper. Much tougher. That's a close race. You look at the whole field. We're all within, what, 4 or 5 lengths of each other? That usually doesn't happen in most horse races. You'll have a couple of stragglers that'll be, 7, 8 lengths off the lead by the end of the race. That was very close. That was actually very close, considering with the fast pace. So you look at what we've run in that last 3 furlongs, 36 and 9. So pretty fast race, fast pace. I'm not disappointed with that with Forever Beat. We could have came in second, but yeah, that was much more competitive than it initially looked. So, but still, we get 380 points. We place top 5. Like I said, we'll take it. Essentially, pays for her own cost. Obviously, all these horses cost per weekly. So what she just did essentially paid for her next 2 weeks, or her next 2 months, I should say, worth of cost. All these horses cost monthly. I didn't mean weekly. I think she costs 100 something per month, so she essentially paid her cost for the next 2 months with that placing. Back with Fort Courtney, not the favorite, and again, only a field of 9, but it's probably going to be a very close race, especially with us as number 4 horse going on down. All of these horses have a chance to win. 6 other horses in this field of 9 have a chance to come in first. So this is probably going to be a really tight race. We're expected to finish second. We could win, or we could fall even worse. So we're going to have to run our race right with Fort Courtney and make sure we get her up there to try to get her a win. I think she deserves one. Okay. Good start, and I'm just we can sell her in here. So what I'm going to do is wait to see what the rest of this field does, and then I'll adjust for Courtney's position accordingly. She's comfortable right now. As long as she's not in last place, she'll be fine. It's only a field of 9, so I don't think I have to worry about positioning too much. But still, like I said, you don't always know if the inside is going to free up. I think this is pretty good pacing right here. And I know if I were to try to see from this angle, it looks like we can kind of move over. But obviously, once you really look at it from a side view, you can see I don't have the space. So pretty fast. I don't know what to do here because I want to kind of go to the outside. So I'm going to hold her back just a little bit. Now we're going to move. Alright. Oh, the inside actually does free up. The inside frees up, but you know what? We're going to stick to the outside here. We're going to stick to the outside, and let's see what Fort Courtney can do. Look at this spurt from Fort Courtney. trying to run these horses down at the wire. And we're going to get up there just for second place. Close. I probably could have won that if I didn't hesitate. I did think for a second about dipping back into the inside, but I'm like, no guarantee that was going to be available. So I decided to stick to keeping forecourting on the outside. Couldn't have gotten up there, but as you can see, almost 4 horses across the wire, probably a length and a half separating us all. And then it was 4.5 lengths back to Naive Love that placed 5th. But again, another fast pace. These have been some really fast competitive races, so I'm not disappointed with our results at all. I'm actually pretty content. I mean, we're constantly placing. We're not falling outside of the money, so that is great. And forecourting essentially pays for her monthly cost for the next 4 months, so this is good stuff. This is good stuff. So this is pretty good stuff here. Cosmo Gal's ready to go again as she continues to get better. And let's see if we can get her in another G1. Summer GP, can she run this? She can. It's 11 furlongs, a little bit longer. I could settle her for a G2, but you know what? I'm going to keep her in G1 shape. Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit longer of a distance, 11 furlongs. She's usually used to running 7 and 9, but she can run 11. So that's not a problem. It's just a matter of whether or not that's the best distance for her. But we'll see. Anyways, Super Army. We'll be breeding her with Indian Goose, and I expect we should get a decent long-distance horse between these two. Hopefully. Granted, breeding in this game sometimes is completely random. You can breed 2 horses that are great long-distance horses, and then this game is like, okay, we're going to give you a sprinter. How do you feel about that? It's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to go. And then you breed 2 horses that are, sprinters, and then the game's like, so how do you feel about this offspring being a long-distance horse, eh? It's like, come on, that is not how it's supposed to be. We're running her in a G2 here in Ontario, Super Army. I know she can run in G1s, but not a lot of are popping up, and these G2s are just as good. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. I really am. Like I said, we're finding our rhythm even more. Super Army, not the favorite here today, but we got a chance. So really, it should only be 4 other competitive. Well, there should be 4 horses, including us, that are competitive in today's G2. The rest of the field should probably be a little behind us. So just got to get her established in the right position, and then we should have a good chance at making a good run in the end. Rainy conditions here. Okay, don't need to really go crazy about the start. Trying to think. Okay, we're gonna keep her. We're gonna have plenty of stamina. She doesn't really want to be in last place. I'm aware of that, but I mean, you see, they're still running pretty wide up there. I don't know if they're gonna move or shift at all. So I'm expecting to have to make an outside run because I don't know what they're doing up there. They're still running what? They're still running like what, 8 wide up there? That's crazy. I'm just gonna sit back here because, like I said, I don't know what's gonna free up. They are essentially still running in the same spots that they broke out of the gates, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna free up here. Inside doesn't really look free. I'm just gonna roll to the outside. Here we go. Alright, let's see what Super Army can do. Let's see her speed. Let's see her speed. A little bit of a late run, but we have a chance. We have a chance. Can we get them at the wire? Oh, man. Close. Yeah, there wasn't really much I could do. The inside clearly wasn't going to be free. Yeah, that was just a late run. I think I did about as best as I could there. I probably should have gotten her started a little bit sooner since we were so far back. I would say that's about the only time I need to start my spurt sooner. Obviously, when I'm that far off the pace, I definitely need to get going a little bit sooner. I kept her far back a little too long. If I'm near the front, I can start later. If I'm near the back, then obviously I need to get going a little bit sooner. So it is what it is. I'm not disappointed with that. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll take it. Alright. So forecourting is ready to go again. Can she run 6 furlongs? Nah. Run her in another 9 furlong open. Oh, wait. We had a handicap. I don't want that. We're going to scratch her from that race, and let's see. Did her distance change? Oh, I thought her preference changed. Alright. Okay, there we go. So we got her ready for that. Forever Beat's ready to go again. Yeah, I don't know what I got this horse for. Like, she costs 110. She's essentially at her peak year. Maybe her star rating. But, I mean, there's really nothing to her. Her stamina is so-so. She's an average 74 rated horse. For turf, at least. I don't really know what I got her for. I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah, I have no idea what I got her for. It's quite interesting. So I'll probably be retiring her pretty soon, just because we'll save a little bit on costs. She's placed a little bit, but she hasn't gotten anything. She hasn't done anything super crazy special for us. So, you know, she's essentially paying her own monthly costs, but that's about it. She's not really helping us. So I might get rid of Forever Beat after her next race. Anyways, we're back for another G1. Not the favorite here today. Like I said, this distance is a little bit longer. Kramer's King. That is going to be a hard colt to beat. Kramer's King is one of my favorite horses to race on in this game. He is very hard at these longer distances. So we'll go through the post parade right quick. Paddock here. 11 is Tribal Run, ridden by Wayne. There's a look at the 12 horse Common Army, ridden by Word. The favorite, the Gray Kramer's King, ridden by Westcott. Like I said, it's going to be a tough horse to beat. Very tough, in fact. Pink Amber is the 2 horse, ridden by Whitson. 3 horse is Hang Around, ridden by Marion, with a shadow roll. 4 horse is Thundar, ridden by Barton. 5 is Crazy Expert, ridden by Race. It's another good horse. 6 is Odd Sweeper, ridden by Pond. Green blinkers on. 7 horse is Steam Punk, ridden by Sturt. 8 horse, Pale Sirius, ridden by Harper. 9 horse, Vivid Love, ridden by Arlen, pink blinkers. We're on the 10, Cosmo Gal. We have a chance, but Kramer's King is a very, very tough distance horse to beat. We'll try our best, but yeah, we're going to have to run our absolute best race here, because Kramer's King is no joke at these distances. Okay, good start. Good start. Get Cosmo Gal out to the front here. Okay, good start. Now, she doesn't want to be leading, so I'm going to need somebody else to take that initiative, and we can settle her in right here, and she's perfectly fine with this. Yeah, she is perfectly fine with where we are right now. She doesn't want to be leading, so I'm trying to keep her back just a little bit, but not too much. This is pretty good. Pretty good positioning. I'm going to move a little bit here just to make sure I have space on the inside, because sometimes if these horses on the outside of you overtake you, they'll move right in front of you and then block you. Now, where is Kramer's King? Okay, that's not actually switching. Usually that switches the field. Switches the horse's name so I can see who else is there. But Kramer's King was the 1 horse. No idea where that horse is at, but make sure we got our space. Make sure we got plenty of space. Okay, here we go. Let's roll right now. Don't know what's happening. I'm not going to go on the web yet because we're still doing good with Cosmo Gal. Holy crap. We're blowing this away. Kramer's King is not challenging us. No idea where the horse is at. And Cosmo Gal ends up winning the Summer GP. Another G1 win for this filly. Are you kidding me? Kramer's King was tailing us the whole time and ends up coming in, what, 4th? Cosmo Gal with another G1 win. Horse of the year, I think, already. Yes. Joins another Grade 1 winner's circle for Cosmo Gal. What a filly. Like I said, it's such a great feeling to finally have an original horse in this game that's actually winning and winning big races. You know what I mean? We gotta watch that back again. Let me save right quick. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting to win there. Kramer's King comes in 3rd place. I thought that horse was really going to challenge us, and we won that relatively easy. I mean, I didn't feel any pressure. You know what I mean? certain races that are really tight and competitive, you feel that pressure, but we won that with relative ease. I got her going a little bit later because we had great positioning. I didn't have to move her too much, and that is the benefit about her being a front runner. If we can get a good start, and like I said, we were essentially running second the whole time, and we were in the perfect spot all the way around for an easy trip, and Kramer's King did not really challenge us. I was expecting when I was watching the radar to see a green dot moving really quickly, and Kramer's King was pretty much tucked in behind us. I don't know if he maybe was blocked most of the way, but we were not challenged from Kramer's King, and we won that with ease. I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, Kramer's King is a really good distance horse, especially distances, like I said, over 11 furlongs and higher. I used to play with him a lot back in the day. And I was expecting just him to kind of fly by. Like I said, maybe he was blocked. Maybe he wasn't in a good position to really make his run. But Cosmo Gal, what an amazing filly she is. Goodness gracious. And as you can see, Kramer's King had space. He had plenty of space, I think. We just ended up taking off at the right time. And Cosmo Gal, she's got the speed to go. Yeah, Kramer's King had space. He had no drive. He wasn't blocked. He had space to make a move. Cosmo Gal absolutely showing her wits. There's a new queen here. Her name is Cosmo Gal. Everybody must bow to Cosmo Gal. She is proving her worth. I think her third G1 win on the year. She is by far, at this rate, going to get Filly of the Year. And we're on pace for Horse of the Year with her, which would be amazing. 13,000 points for that. Cosmo Gal's absolutely killing it here. Absolutely killing it. What a horse. What a filly. I'm so happy with her. So happy with her performances. She's been absolutely killing it. 5 for 8. My goodness. She's still continuing to get better. And keep in mind, she still has a whole nother year for her to be at her peak. This is insane. This is really insane. She still has a whole nother year, and she's doing this well as a 3-year-old. It's scary to think about. And the beauty about this game is nobody is taking my horses away, so I don't have to stress about that. I can retire her after her 4-year-old season, use her to breed with Indian Goose. Well, maybe not even with Indian Goose, actually, because Indian Goose is a distance horse. I'm going to need a really solid colt to breed with her. So I'll try to look to get a good colt by the end of this year. Give him a solid year in the next season. Hopefully he'll get some really good results for us. Breed him with her, and hopefully this game doesn't rob us on a great fall. My goodness. Cosmo Gal, what a freaking horse she is. Super Army, let's get her in a race. 10 to 13 furlongs. Let's get her in another G2 if we can. Preferably. We'll get her in this Boston G2. Oh man, I'm so happy with Cosmo Gal. I'm just beyond happy. In fact, let's go ahead and look at her data so far to see what she's done in her 8 lifetime starts. Now, I'm going to save her if I can. Yeah, what a horse she is. So let's go to the beginning. So she wins her, she breaks her maiden, a 6 furlong open race last year as a 2-year-old, and then she places second in a G3 in the same year. She places second in a G2 within her 2-year-old season, and then she gets her first win as a 2-year-old in the Filly Cup. I think she did get an award last year for Filly. I'm pretty sure. I do remember that. So she started off with the bang. She has finished no worse than 3rd since we have started her. So here as a 3-year-old, she wins the G3 in January. She places 3rd in the Cherry Cup in April. She wins the Young Mile Cup in May, and then she just won the Summer GP here in July. So 5 wins, 2 places, 1 show. She's never finished worse than 3rd. What an amazing filly Cosmo Gal is, and this is still as a 3-year-old. You can see her graph there at the bottom. She is still not going to be at her strongest until she is basically 4 years old, 4.5. So that means we still have at least another good 1.5 years with her to still dominate and win, to build her profile up. Okay, she has no title, so she actually didn't get Filly, any award for Filly last year. She's definitely on pace for it this year. 100%. 100%. So we're just going to look at the jockey leading boards, which I don't care about in this game because I just don't race enough in order to really get into the top 3. And the AI race they have like 10 horses, and I swear they race like all of them every week. This game, I don't really care about the jockey standings. It's a little bit hard to be competitive. And Kramer's King still has a record for an 8 furlong race in DC. I'm telling you, Kramer's King is a fast horse. It just Cosmo Gal ended up getting the better of him, and man, oh man, she absolutely rolled through. Personal data. Let's check our personal data. Jockey data, if we can. So this is our lifetime jockey data here. We've raced in 335 races. We have won 51. We've placed in 33, shown in 34. Our win percentage is about 15%. It's not terrible. It's not terrible considering. Data. So we have raced in 23 G1s and we've only won 3. Yep. We've raced in the Young Mile Cup twice and we have won there. What other G1s did we win at? For obviously the Summer GP and then the Philly Cup, right? Yep. So all of our G1s have come from Cosmo Gal. That's pretty amazing. As you can see, we race in other G1s. Cosmo Gal has gotten all of our G1s. Of course, we have no horses in the Hall of Fame yet. Wow. Wow. Cosmo Gal. Absolutely amazing. Guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Appreciate your love and support on this series as always. Like I said, I'm going to continue to play this for a little bit, get through the remainder of the season. That's essentially the goal, and then we'll rotate back to, I believe, Gallop Racer 2001, and then 2003, and then we'll be back to 2004. So like I said, I play through a season in each game, and then once that season or that year is over, I will rotate to a new game. That's the best way to make sure I keep the content varied and, kind of, different on this channel. Otherwise, I would just play one game longer than the others, and I don't want to do that because I enjoy all these games. It's actually nice to bounce around from them. Playing a year through the game is, enough to get quite a bit of action. I rotate to another game. And like I said, I keep everything in rotation. That's the easiest way I can manage all the games on this channel. We'll be playing Star Stable and a Horse Racing Manager again soon as well. I'll probably be touching those up after I get through this year. And just make sure everything is going good with my PS2. But until next time, Horse Racing Gamer sending out. Hope you all have a great and fantastic day. See ya, and goodbye.